Hello guys, welcome back. This is Zach from Zach Animate Studios, your channel number one for graphic design, coding and animation. So today I just wanted us just to talk and have a conversation about programming, guys. I know so many people ask so many questions. What is programming? How do you program? How can programming help you in your day-to-day basis? As you can see that applications are everywhere, either web application, Android application, iOS application, they all are programmed to do certain task. So, and it comes back to the fundamentals of programming, either reading. So lewacha nijaribu kuexplain kama mtu wa kawaida. Jinsi ya kusoma inamaanisha inasoma information kutoka kwa database. Na database ni nini? Database ni ile mahali, ni ile container ambayo information it's being stored. That is, the information is being stored in the database and then it is presented to you. So there are different kinds of there are different levels of programming, beginning from front end. That is, what you see is what you get. That is either on your web platform or on your Android application. Unaweza kuimagine kuna mtu alitengeneza at one point. So and it starts with the basic. There are very basic things that programming does is that they do a lot of there is the HTML. That is, in perspective of web, we start with the basics of HTML, and then there is the programming of the database. That is the standard query language. Standard query language, it inamaanisha you can query your database. That is, you can query databases. You get information out of the database, and those database information imepangwa in so many ways. That is, there is the inner joint, left joint. So those are the terms. Basically, today tunataka tu to understand some of the terms yenye developers wao wanatumia, mostly the inner joint, the left joint, the right joint. That's not basically, that is in terms of that is database. Then you can query, then information is also passed in the information inatumwa na kutumwa. There are two terms, by the way. If you want to understand programming, by the way, it is just basic English. There is the post. The post inamaanisha tuko tunatuma, and then there is get, tunaleta. So just don't overthink about it. It's just the things that you get to understand. That is how this level of programming is. The object-oriented programming has been designed to accommodate our English. Basically, the get, that is in a letter, and then the post, that is posting back to the database. Any other thing, there are so many other things that you can do with programming. That is, there are different types of applications and zina serve different types of need. So you can imagine like an application like Gmail. No, let's say the Google Drive. The Google Drive has a principle that it is one system with one interface, but those resources are being shared in a lot of users are using the same resources, but only the people who are requesting for those resources are the ones that are being given. That is another term we normally call multi-tenancy. You can imagine with the Laravel, you can also develop application like that, whereby you create a system for the school. Let's say a school, let's say all the schools in Kenya, right? Whereby you create one interface where all the users will be registered. Basically, the resources that you are going to give as a person registers to your system, now those resources will be allocated to him, but they use one interface. Let's say school registration, they have this the basic thing that the school requires, that is your personal details, parents details, those bank account details, basically the where you can send your money to, something like that. So I'm just looking it in a general perspective. That is not how those systems are being created, but if they could create such kind of systems, maybe a lot of let me say a lot of data will be so much protected in a way that it could increase the credibility. So you can see that the levels of how these systems are created also determines how secure they are going to be. Like if you use those multi-tenancy, they are, you will assign roles, you will assign permissions. You can see that we have, these are the terms that you will come across most of the time. As a junior developer, you will start with the fundamentals, those fundamentals of the look and feel, how you will design your interface, and then, as you can imagine, the requests that are being made inside those interfaces will also determine how your application will look like, and also you can also imagine systems like the mobile applications. Those applications are always headless. You can imagine. What I mean they are headless is that they don't have interfaces, but they make requests. So instead of creating applications with user interfaces, they use USSDs, something like that. So it's all about what need are you going to sell, what need are you going to solve at a particular point. You can see applications like Facebook, those are social applications, whereby you can chat with your friend, Twitter, basically to disseminate information, dating apps, basically for dating purposes. So it's all about how and what need do you want to solve and protect or solve in your community. And I've seen you can use a lot of, there are so many platforms, there are so many languages. You can use C#, you can use there's so many, you can use C# basically for C++, you can use Python. So I love to, depending on the levels and the skills that you having, you can use your C# for both web development, that is ASP.NET, ASP.NET runs under those category. Python for database, basically you can do all for databases. Django, that is for websites, applications. Flask, those are we call them platforms, that those are packages that you can use to develop. And then the languages are the C#, C++. So these are just the terms that on daily basis, as a developer, as a person who wants to understand the concept. So there is the basics. Basics just teach you how you get information, and from the basics then you can build up your entire system for your application that you want to have as a business, that is to solve your business purposes and all that. So it's all up to you as a person, as a developer, but the good thing is that you start from what you know to something that you really don't know. So you start building on things. Let's say the way I started, trust me, I started as I'm a painter. You can imagine I'm a pencil drawer artist, and my idea was that at one particular point, I used to love the book of Shakes. You guys know Shakes, that Super Strikers and the rest. So I had in mind a basketball such kind of storyline. I wanted to draw them on pencils, and then I realized that it was really hard to draw on paper and then at the same time. So I was introduced to web. I went to a cyber. Back then we had just like one cyber in our community, and then I wanted that instead of drawing, let me draw it on a computer. Let me just draw it, and then I scan it, and then I start generating. I arrange those images into each drawing I make. I arrange them on a website, just like when you use Publisher, you create boxes. You create a lot of boxes. You create boxes for like the way the columns of a magazines look like. So you create those boxes, and then now each image you draw, you paste it there. Then I came to realize, okay, wow, this is much harder than I thought. But at the same time, I started. That is how so I drew I made the first drawing. I made the first HTML page. Then I come to realize, okay, this is another level of programming that is being done. If I can arrange pictures, then let me try to do images. I tried to go to create some images. Then I came to realize, okay, this one is so dope. It has a lot of it had a lot of capabilities that is from the computer side of it. Instead of and then it was less time consuming, but I came to realize, okay, there was more to web development. There was the how you set up images, how you set up the pages. At the first time, as I was doing that, I was incentivized by a church. They were looking for somebody to create a website, and I was really paid. I was the first guy I told them I can do that job. I got paid. Then I came to realize then, okay, with web development, there's money into it. Then I ditched everything. But back then, I've came to realize that when you want to have like the website, the drawings and all that, you also needed a very good PC. You needed a tablet. So, but then the idea never died. I'm still working towards it. As you can see, if I do those graphic designs, I do those animations, if I try to copy up, some of you guys just give credit where it's due. Give me my flowers when I'm still, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing to our channel, guys. Please subscribe to this channel. We'll have these more candid conversations now and then. So guys, today it was just about, let's just talk and let's just understand where I come from. Let's understand how web development, this has been my journey, and if I don't document it, no one will tell my story, and this is how I decide to tell my story. And I really appreciate you guys. Subscribe for more. We'll continue developing our applications using Laravel. There are other things I still know. I don't want to forget them, so instead of forgetting them, I will just be doing it on this channel. So guys, if you also have a friend, tell a friend, guys. to be part of this community, and we'll continue sharing these amazing stories. Today it was a story time, so thank you guys. Subscribe to this channel more and more and more. I hope I've inspired you to be much better. So thank you and adios.